Welcome to Futuristic Tech Trends. Please subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon for notifications.
Hi everyone, in this tutorial we will talk about the top 5 programming languages that we should be learning. I mean, it's this tutorial especially for the people, for the newcomers who are a bit confused about which languages they should know and what kind of, programming language they should become masters in, and also for those professionals who are looking to, change their, kind of the language they are working on, or just or who are just switching from to the software side from doing something else. So I think so this I have prepared a list. This is the list that these are the top 5 programming languages that we should learn. I mean, like, number one is I have chosen Java. The reason is Java is a very, very commonly used language in the market, and there are a lot of jobs in Java. And if you know Java, I think you have a very high chance of getting a job easily. Java is an object-oriented language. It is used in many other programming, platforms, like for example Android. And we also use Java in, for example, JavaScript is also similar to Java. JavaScript is also very famous in the market. So you can also place this at this place. And the second is Java is open source. First of all, this is very important. And the second, number 2, we have placed C Sharp. C Sharp is from it's part of this Visual Studio, or C Sharp framework. And C Sharp is the .NET framework. Sorry, it's part of the .NET. The compiler is the .NET framework, and C Sharp is also very famous in the market. It's very similar to Java. The syntax, etc., is very similar. You can say it's C Sharp is something, a Windows version of Java. You can say it's like that. There are no pointers in C Sharp, just like Java as we have in no, sorry, just like we have in C++. There are no pointers in C Sharp, and C Sharp is very famous. There are also a lot of jobs in C Sharp. The third is Android. And this is number 3. Android. Number 5. I have put Swift. These two languages are actually used for mobiles platforms. Mobiles, or for example Android is used for, for the name suggests, for Android Studio, for Android development, Android phone development. And you have this Android Studio. You have, it's Android is very similar to Java, but the SDK that is used is an Android SDK. It's not the Java SDK as we use in the case of Java. So that's the only difference. Otherwise, it's the same. And so there are some other features, some other libraries, or that are added here. And then Swift is used for Apple. It is also a very, very powerful framework, Swift. Swift is used in Mac and iOS, Mac OS and iOS. So it's very powerful, and it's very fun and interactive kind of a language to know. I think if you go for learning Swift, if you have passion for making mobile applications, especially in the Mac or the iOS, then you should really go for Swift. This is a very wonderful language, and it has a lot. It's quite new as compared to these other that are in the market for some time. It's quite new, and the people are really getting crazy for it, and the industry has, I think it needs a lot of people who can program in Swift. And then comes at number 4 that we have skipped so far. This is PHP. So PHP is a very wonderful language. It's very popular for especially the web interfaces, you can say, for web designs. And it's you can say that you can make very cheap web applications using PHP. There are certain frameworks that are available in the market that are based on PHP. For example, WordPress is one of those frameworks, and you can make a very cheap website in WordPress in a very short interval of time. And of course, if you know PHP, you're very strong in PHP, then using those WordPress templates and plugins, you can modify the code and you can have more control over your website, and you can deliver a very good product in PHP. So that's it.
That was awesome, thank you.
Please subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon for notifications.